Welcome back to the Handsome Devil fucking podcast. This is episode
18.
Well, you're on my right now. So
18.
We're at 18? Okay.
Yes, we are now legal.
You hit the 1. I'll hit the 8.
I'll hit the 1.
There's 8 there.
I'm in the red cam, so
Babushka.
yeah, 1.
I'm in the black one.
So, yeah, episode 18. So we were at the World Axe and Knife Throwing Contest.
Worlds, baby.
Last weekend, and we had a great, super good, fun time.
Super great, awesome, fun time. Wow.
And aside from myself and Ray doing tattoos and cutting hair, we also had 2 people with us who are also our special guests today. On our right is the one and only Trent Bresky. He's been here before, and he's here again. And he's really weird about cameras, so that's okay.
Oh, my God. He's
Hi.
back again.
And also on my left here, and also Ray's left, our other guest, good friend, goes by the name of Kris, short for Christofferson.
Chris Christofferson?
Chris Christofferson.
No relation.
And
Christy.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Not
Welcome
Christy.
to the pod.
No, not Christy.
right.
Even though my friends call me Christy Yamaguchi.
There it is.
so
Ooh.
so aside from what obviously no one cares that I was doing tattoos, Ray was doing haircuts. What were you guys
We all care.
doing?
It's me.
It's me.
What were y'all doing?
Yeah.
Well, I came to help out. I helped load and not unload because I left, but I came and I did the desk for 2 days. Fed you guys.
Yeah, you did.
Breathed air.
Yeah.
A
That was
couple
very
times I
important
heard.
to do that.
I showed up Friday, and you had a breakfast burrito,
I did.
complete with 2, count them 2,
Cholulis.
Cholula hot sauce packets.
Cholulers.
Which we still have a few of the packets
That's
left
nice.
over.
Oh, I saved as many as I
I didn't know they made that, Brandon, packets actually.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't
even
know.
complimented that guy, and I was like,
I was like,
Yeah.
this is Cholulis without a wooden top.
Cholalus.
You know, and you guys know exactly what I'm saying.
yeah, I reach for the wooden
Yeah,
top every
yeah,
time.
yeah.
It was a really long 2 days, it felt like, for me, but you guys were there 4 days. But basically,
yeah.
I helped Luke and Ray, mostly Luke, because Ray was walk-ups.
Yes,
And-
mine were walking.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I had to schedule all the people coming up and asking, can you do this? Can you do that? How much time? And so, yeah, I just kind of helped schedule his whole weekend and got you
mostly Chris was my unofficial secretary throughout the whole entire
Kind
thing.
of happened on Friday. I was just like, I'll be Ray's secretary. And,
Yeah.
it took me a couple days to learn the prices, which I should know by now, but we got it taken care of.
I think at one point you just looked at me.
You
you're
did
like,
have-
how much are your
How
haircuts?
much?
And then you had your notepad in front of you, and it literally just said haircuts 35, ear trims 25.
Make sure I had the correct information.
Yep.
The
But what Chris was really there for,
Was selling Level Up Beard Care beard products.
level up.
fuck yeah,
and as Ray said in episode 17, it's the truth.
it is the truth.
It is
Level
the
up.
truth.
It's the truth.
Level up your beard game, son.
So
Get a hold of this man or me and get your shit.
buy it.
Buy it now.
Buy it. Just let
Please.
them. Just
Buy it
buy the
now.
oil.
Hurry up and buy.
I have
What are-
rent to pay.
Rent to
I
pay.
have bills.
It was overall it was a really good time. The hours, if I remember, for open to
Long.
the public were Thursday
Long.
was 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. I believe.
Day one.
Day one song.
Thursday.
Yep.
Day one song. Yeah.
And then
Day one song was 2 to 8.
Saturday
Or
was 9 a.m. till
Forever.
I think they ended up actually staying there till
They were there until 1
1 a.m. Yeah, 1 a.m.
Oh my God,
1:30
wait a second.
because
The
they get
last game got over.
Was I there
at
3 nights
1:30.
or 3 times? Yeah, I was there 3 days.
because we
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday,
Yeah,
Saturday.
you were
Oh my
there Thursday,
God.
Friday, Saturday. Yep.
and then Saturday was 9 a.m. to 9ish p.m. and then Sunday was 9 a.m. to 6, 5, 6, something like
I
that.
think we pulled out of there about
Wow.
6.
I forgot I was there that many days.
Because then we all went. We
Fuck
It was a lot of clanging, a lot of things falling down all the
A
time.
lot of blades being thrown into boards.
I don't remember this, but apparently Chris, last year or rather end of 2023, you saw a axe come flying through the.
Yeah, someone shot it over the board.
Oh, it went
And
over.
one caught the tip of the board on top, and
Yep.
then one, probably what I would have done is thrown it straight into the ground. And
Whoa.
Oh,
oh,
okay,
yeah,
sure,
yeah, yeah.
sure.
Chris and I were watching that match.
Yeah, that's what it's saying is I don't remember.
Yeah, we both saw it. That was fucking
Was it
sweet.
any possibility of like somebody going like, "Oh my God," you know,
No.
like something like that?
cock.
Oh my god.
Very early on, though,
Blood everywhere.
I hope. Speaking of blood
speaking of-
everywhere,
yeah, I was gonna say.
I hope that person is
Oh.
okay.
Yeah,
they were good.
so day
They were
one, I'm sitting here waiting for people to kind of step up. We just finished setting up, everything's good, and it's kind of rolling. And then I get up to go do something, and then as I'm walking back, there's a lady. Well, not even that. As I'm walking back, I come through the door and I just see blood, and I went, no. And then there was a lady.
No.
Yeah, because I thought it was.
Because
I
I
thought-
make it go away.
Yeah.
No.
Right, someone got like hack chain reaction.
For sure. Yeah, dude.
yeah,
2 for 1.
yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then this lady was like she had like her bean all wrapped up
Oh yeah.
and like 5 people around. And I went, what happened? She tripped over her own feet.
They were doing
So-
they were
yeah.
doing
And
those announcements.
slammed into
And
the
so like
wall.
before the thing even started, everybody was like in line registering.
Well, let's paint a picture for you real quick for
With
everybody
blood.
that wasn't there. It's a giant open room, probably about the size of like the Walmart grocery section, just hollow.
yeah,
right?
if like nothing was in it.
Nothing there. And
Yeah.
so we're tables along the wall, kind of like how we're sitting right now, and then a whole line of people signing up to register. Giant hollow open room, but
Yep.
okay, just for a visual for
Yeah, so
people out there.
basically everybody was in line, and like the main lobby area where everybody was like registering and getting their knives and axes checked and all that other shit. The line was so long that it wrapped into the actual hall we were in, and they were doing a scavenger hunt where it's like, oh, if you have one of these, bring it up to me and blah blah, and you get like a prize just to keep everything.
Oh yeah,
like,
I
kinda
forgot about
going.
that. That was
Yeah.
cool. To bring like
And
your
she must have had something, but she kind of like ran to go out the doors and tripped on her own feet, and she literally took a header.
It was
Fucking
a
It was
corner.
nasty.
head
It was the corner of
Cement wall.
corner of a.
into
I mean, luckily,
fucking cement wall.
luckily it was luckily the corner of. I mean, it's bad news either way with cement, but luckily the corner
news
of the
bears.
wall was rounded rather than.
Oh, yeah.
If it was like a 90-degree angle, that would have been like the absolute worst thing.
Dude, I was cutting somebody's hair at the time, and I could hear and feel the thud on the wall.
Yeah.
And I was
did.
like, something happened, and I looked over, like, to my left, and and she's just sitting there like this, and there's just blood, like, dumping out of her forehead.
Yeah, and I was
I was like, holy shit.
sorry if I get your name wrong, but it's either Brett Henderson or Anderson. I think it's Anderson. I was tattooing you. If you're watching this, shout out to you. Dude from Canada, really cool dude. And I just remember I'm tattooing this guy with my back to this wall, and I just hear super huge Supreme.
Thud.
And then he goes, oh, someone wiped out. And like that's, and I turn around, and it's just metal video. You know,
Yeah.
just like pure carnage, pure pandemonium, JR.
Oh, somebody,
all over the
somebody
place.
immediately like looked at me because I was like, "Oh shit!" And they just go gloves, and I
Yeah.
literally in an instant turned around, grabbed my fucking thing of gloves, and like threw the box at him.
Yeah,
And
that
then-
was,
That's why I walked back and I went to sit, and there was like a bunch of gloves, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean they were using my box of gloves.
Dr.
Yeah.
Quinn showed up.
Dr. Quinn. They, from what I understand, though, the aftermath, Shady Records, is she was okay. I guess everything was fine.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
walking around. I think she came back later that day even.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard somebody say that her husband was throwing,
Yep.
and then she was there to support, and obviously he was
I cut her husband's hair and beard.
later
actually-
that same day.
No, that was
Friday. Friday or
or
Saturday. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think it was Friday. But yeah, she had like a hat on and she had like the bandage on, and like she said the bandage kept falling off and shit.
Yeah, dude, I thought her
That was terrible.
whole melon got like
Gassed.
split. Yeah, dude,
Split.
like it was buffering videos in the background.
Yeah. It was the axe throwing
For
competition.
the
we were at.
audio listeners out there, I guess I don't know what else you would do with audio, but the TV behind us, if you're not watching it, is the broadcast that they did in Appleton here on Sunday. What day of the week was Sunday? What day of the week was that? I mean the date,
Sunday.
obviously.
6, somewhere in there.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
One of those.
But yeah, now we're buffering because internet bandwidth was eating up.
What day was it?
Many of things.
But no, I
It was the 6th. Yep.
had a great time. Shout out to Sarah and Danielle
Yes.
for the invitation back, and also excited to announce we were invited again back for 2027,
Yay.
as well as 2029,
Yay.
and potentially
Forever.
later this year we might be going to Orlando.
Maybe.
Specifically for Super Nintendo World, but we'll see
Mainly.
how it works out.
Yeah, we're not going to go out here and do tattoos. We just want to go to Super Nintendo.
Where are you guys? Oh,
mean,
we're almost
honestly.
there. 6 days. We're just at Super
Luke
Nintendo World.
Luke legitimately texted me after I brought him that information, and he was like plotting out the amount of money it would take to get there and like the options, and he's like, "Oh, then we could hit up Nintendo World." And
Well,
I'm
you know how I am. I was like,
know
I did the math.
exactly. That's the reason why you want to go now.
I'm glad that I know you're like that.
Yeah, I am.
I'm usually very meticulous.
Yeah, yep.
And the fact that you were like, boom, 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 I was like, this guy's got it handled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Travel
between you
advisor.
two, you guys are type A personalities. Not
yeah. I keep lists and notes and of everything. Anybody that knows me can tell you that, and original boxes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But the
Factory sealed.
factory.
This man sold me a TV once that I still have, by the way, with the plastic still on the edges.
Yeah, my TV at
You
home.
had that for 5 years.
I've had
or
it. I've
something.
had my TV at home for 6 months, and it still has the plastic screen over it. I don't know
You
why.
still have the energy saver thing
Yes.
in the corner, don't
Yep.
you?
I sure do. Why I don't know.
That's wild.
Now you know what I have to deal with every day.
But no, we did the math because at first we were kind of worried about. Okay, like we don't know if they're going to cover our travel and hotel and stuff like that, and
We still don't know.
And we still don't know, but
We know how that
either way, doing the math for the price of flights and what we would split because all three of us could share a hotel. I mean, whatever,
Oh,
who
yeah.
cares? We could be. It's actually still a really reasonable price. I would still
It's
pay.
not ludicrous.
Which I would still pay, and then because we're half hour from Orlando, Florida, so it's an excuse.
30 minutes
to be there.
from Appleton.
Yeah, from Appleton. Yeah. Yeah, if we drive there, it was what did I tell you? It was 20 hours.
Yeah.
Plus 2 days traveling each way. I mean, we could switch off, but kind of fuck that.
Well, if we know anything about that, Operation MBJ.
Yeah, something always
can do
happens, and you're like, 20 hours, it'll turn into 34. Like,
Yeah, of course.
somehow, something, yeah.
Well, you know
So,
we're gonna find stupid things to stop for along the
Yeah.
way, like world's biggest yarn ball.
we would
I
be
wanna
there.
go on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I want to go on that.
Yeah,
fucking road trip.
Trent and I have been talking about doing that for a long time.
World's largest hockey stick is in Minnesota.
Biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. That's,
Yeah.
Is it both in? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I know the world's largest hockey stick is over there.
yeah, we could do that. And the world's largest peanuts in Atlanta, somewhere outside of it.
Peanut.
Peanut.
You can see it
Okay.
from the highway.
Yeah.
You said
can
that a
see,
little
you
too
see-
fast,
See
so I
on the
was like-
highway.
World's largest penis.
There it is. Oh, I did hear you.
Not to
correctly.
be confused.
Shout out to my boy Jordan Clark, but he says peanuts.
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 Yep.
Knits.
Peanuts.
He also says every time he says
Knits.
well, I'll say it now, but every time he says the number 100 or like and people say, hey, like 100
100.
Yeah, if someone goes, yeah, it's like $100, he goes, it's like $100.
Yeah.
And he fully pronounces it
Yeah,
super clear every time. He's like,
Enunciated
what is it, like $100? He's like, yeah, $100. Super clear every
Peanuts
time.
are $100.
Yeah, and okay, I'm glad you know that.
I do know
Yeah.
that.
That's right. I mean, I did find out that Trent doesn't say milk.
I don't.
Nope.
I say
No,
milk.
he does not.
Milk.
No.
Yeah.
Milk.
It's just how we do here.
Every once in a while,
He
like
was making food at his apartment in Green Bay once, and I grabbed a Sharpie and changed the milk to M-E-L-K.
Milk.
And I put it back in
I-
the fridge.
I
and
think
then he
I-
later grabbed it. He goes, God damn it.
I
kicked
think
you out
I
of my
say
house.
I'm pretty sure I say both ways. I just
You say
catch-
milk?
I normally I used to, I believe, but then I catch myself, so I try to do it.
At least you don't say malk.
Malachi York.
You just add
Malk.
letters at that point.
You just
Yeah. Mal.
onomatopoeia of effects. Yeah. So what was overall a great time. It was super fun.
10 out of 10.
I recommend everybody go check it out. The host place was Lumberjack Johnny's, right?
Yes.
Right here in Appleton.
Good old A-Town.
2 years ago, I think it was Appleton Axe was the major one because Lumberjack Johnny's wasn't here yet.
No, it's Lumberjack Johnny's also has a pinball arcade, so that's
Fuck
cool
yeah.
too. Even if
That's cool. I didn't know that.
And they
Yeah.
change out their pinball machines every once in a while, so
Really?
it's not always the same.
Yeah, they have a whole like wall. It's like player 2 level of pinball machines.
I-
If you've been player 2 before,
I
yeah.
think they held like a pinball tournament or something like that. I don't know if anybody knows this or if anybody cares. Did you know Wisconsin is the home to the most like pinball champions like in the world?
Just the champions.
Yeah, seriously. Like there's
Like
people
back
that are
from
stupid good.
back
at
from
it.
like old arcade days and stuff like that.
like now.
Is it still? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there still is pinball
Yeah.
tournaments. But
Oh, there is. Yeah, my buddy.
It's super heavy in
my
Green
buddy
Bay.
was just my buddy was
Yeah.
just in one like here like not long ago. and he was saying like the most winners like internationally are literally come from Wisconsin.
Have any of you
More shit I didn't know that we fucking were good at.
Well, we have great hand-eye coordination here thanks to alcohol.
That and really good at
Yeah.
power sports.
Yeah, you're good. And that's why it kind of shocked me because I think Danielle was saying, or they were saying, world axe throwing like at the professional level is about 8 years old. They said, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that. So it just kind of surprised me that it's in Appleton of all places.
Of all the places.
But
yeah.
I guess the venue, if you've never been to the Fox Cities Exhibition Center, it's great. It's huge.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
Tons of
Beautiful
stuff.
building.
Yeah, beautiful
yeah.
building.
Really nice place.
Yeah,
If we haven't said that enough.
real nice.
It's real nice.
There's glass and it's clean.
Yeah. They've got bathrooms.
They have
Bathrooms are
bathrooms.
nice.
They also have a freight elevator.
They also
Yes, they
oh,
do.
Freight
man.
elevator.
They do.
We gotta tell that
Yeah,
story.
I forgot about that.
Oh, my God.
So Trent and I got my stuff. We were setting my stuff up, and I got all my tattoo stuff set up. And then all of a sudden, I see Kris and Ray come around the corner, and there's just piles of what looked like motor oil
Yeah.
all over. And he's like,
Yeah.
"I was just in a war you don't know anything about,"
Yeah.
or something. So
Yeah.
So, when we got there, because we had done this 2 years ago. So it was like, all right. And now they changed the layout. So now we were only in like just this certain hall 2 years ago. And now this year, they had the whole hall together. And then I was like, oh, okay. So I told Kris, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go upstairs and grab my stuff. And he's like, all right. So we walked to the back hallway, and I'm like, well, this looks like the same hallway as like, last time we were here. And we walked to the end, and I was like, that's not the elevator we took 2 years ago, but it is an elevator. Nah, fuck it. It goes up and down. We'll figure it out.
Right.
So we literally, but it's one of those giant, like, not just like loading elevators, but a freight elevator where you could put a fucking, like, park a car in.
yeah, like at least one elephant.
Yes. Multiple.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the funniest part is, so we just hit the button and we're waiting for it to open. And as it opens like the two doors go like open like this, like vertical. And the only thing that was sitting in that was literally just a chair. Just one chair by the buttons.
And you're like, is this the movie Hotel?
Yeah.
Was it what now? What kind of was it? Like a wheeled office chair? Or was it like
Nope,
a
it was a wood
Stationary fucking
like old school?
four-post
Oh, like
down chair.
1940 schoolhouse chair.
Like the red chairs, like the red waiting chairs in your room.
Dude, yeah.
Oh yeah, like
It was
the
just-
total
Right
yeah.
there, and like
Yeah, yeah.
one light.
and
That's
a dangling bulb.
I wish.
No.
That made it way
a
more
little
creepy.
spooky.
That is.
Oh yeah.
It opened and we're like, we might want to go the other way.
Yeah, I was like, whatever, we're in it now. And so we hit the button, and it closes, and then we go up, and I'm like, okay, opens up, and I'm like, this is not where we're supposed to go. So I just walk out a door. So we walk out the door, and we're on the other side of the parking lot where you guys are at, looking at you at the door that we're supposed to be at. And I just go, hey.
Yeah, you got further. Yeah, somehow you
I somehow got further away. Yeah.
further away in the labyrinth.
Yeah. And then,
Your chair.
oh, yeah, and then the chair fucking,
Well, how did that happen?
Yeah,
Not
how
really
did
broke.
you were trying to lift up
okay, so my chair's like 500 fucking pounds.
at
Act-
least
actual.
thing is
So
yeah.
we got it off of
Sweeney Todd
Jeff's
days.
trailer. By the way, shout out to Jeff Webb. You're the fucking man. Thank you again for letting us use your trailer, coming all the way in.
When you're in
help us
trouble,
load it.
when you're in trouble, you call JW.
Ooh,
You heard it. Fix it or fuck off has been
fix it or
replaced.
fuck off.
That was a
When you're in
Darkwing Duck
trouble?
reference.
I was gonna say.
Darkwing Launchpad. Okay,
Launchpad McQuack.
Yeah,
Mick Quack, dude.
dude.
All right.
So yeah, so we took the chair out, and was it me and you lifting it? Yeah, Kris and I lifted it, and as we lifted it, the base slid off of it and landed on my foot.
Sickening.
And when it did, I was like, oh fuck. And so that's where all the oil fucking came from initially.
Your
'Cause
foot?
when it hit, yeah, my foot was leaking oil.
The chair was fine, but
Chair
my
was
foot.
Chair was fine. My foot was leaking. So when it hit the ground, it like fucking erupted,
Oh,
like all the
dude.
oil out of it.
Did it make the loudest noise ever?
Yeah, it would have made a louder noise if my foot had not broken its fall.
You
Thank
cushioned
God.
the blow.
Your foot was fine.
My foot was no, it hurt.
Were you
It hurt bad.
were you like and then instantly like oh no oil?
Well, as soon as it hit, my first concern was not my foot. My first concern was, no, my brand new chair, kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
all of a sudden I was like, oh, my foot really hurts now. But we couldn't get the fucking top back. We couldn't get the actual top of my chair back on the base. And I found that there's like a little metal piece on the inside that was not like compressed in. And I was like, oh, if I just poke that, but at the same time, I'm like, cool, my chair's like 500 pounds. I'm not sticking my finger in a piston.
Yeah,
Not ever in the world.
It would take your whole hand.
Oh, yeah, my finger would have been gone.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's lift up. I'll push this in, and then we'll do it. And this was like after like 10 minutes of me panicking constantly, which felt like an hour.
I'm going to have to cut hair in a folding chair.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Since
man.
you,
I was so pissed off.
And then since you cleaned all that stuff up, has there been any other leaking or anything like
No.
that?
Nice.
No, it's been
Big
perfect.
one. Nothing. Even when you brought it back here, nothing.
Nothing.
Whatsoever? Cool.
No, because I ratchet strapped it together. Yeah. No, I ratchet strapped it together because Jeff left me a ratchet strap, and I just strapped the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Now I can pick it up and throw the fucking thing, and it won't come undone.
JW.
JW.
What was anything funny that you guys saw? I know.
I was going to actually say we should kind of do a little round robin of best and worst of the weekend, starting with our boy
Oh, yeah.
Chris over there.
Okay. All right.
Gotta go first.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying it because you've said about 4 words, and we have to.
Longest
we're
beard
christening
goes
you
first.
Yeah.
on the podcast right now.
Rule. Longest minute.
now it is.
It's a rule now.
I suppose.
So if you didn't hear, Chris ran another booth there right next to us, adjacent to our table. So I was also there seeing shenanigans, but I don't know the type of shenanigans you got into with customers and people. What would you like to share? What was
Yeah, there
funny?
had to be at least one guy that was like,
Dude, something
is this
ridiculous.
free or?
There was, I mean, what impressed me the most is I got there about 9 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. I wasn't feeling spry enough to get there at 8. But the amount of people by
Spry.
Yeah. First of all, the word spry. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm reaching. I got us on big brain over here. But the amount of people by 9:30 that I feel like were drunker than drunk already impressed me. I mean, being from Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
I can,
Oh, yeah.
I can drink, but like, I mean, 9 o'clock, there's dudes with beers in their hand.
Yeah.
walking
Yeah.
around.
Now that you say that,
People
Yeah.
had like
Hand
4 beers
all
in their
day.
hands.
Yeah.
I saw a guy with 2 cups pinching them together walking slowly, and I was just like,
Solid.
yeah, he's crabbing. It was awesome.
and you'd like to think he was giving them to his boys, but
No.
it's probably just for himself.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
That's so you don't have to make a second trip.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that impressed me very much. I was pretty impressed with
The Jersey guys.
Oh,
The
boy.
Jersey guys.
They
Joyzy?
had fun.
Joyzy.
The Joyzy guys?
No, I think that's maybe the craziest. A lot of pajama pants, which I didn't
A lot of pajama bands,
I thought they were all chefs.
chefs and crooks.
We're out of soup!
There was those 2 dudes that had those wacky Nikes or
The light up shoes?
bootleg Nikes that were like 2 inches thick of lights.
Yeah, those were heat.
the whole
Yeah,
time.
there was a whole group of them. There was like 5 or 6, actually.
Oh, I only saw like those 2
I
guys.
only saw 2 in tandem, but there was a whole group of them, apparently.
Oh, okay. So everything was good.
Yeah,
Everybody.
everything else, like, nothing was weird.
People
Like,
were like, "This is reasonable
Yeah, no,
and
it was,
cool." And
did anybody come up to you wondering what all that was, even though it was clear as day?
Day 1, a little bit, and then day 2 or Friday, I brought my big sign that
Oh,
said what
yeah.
it was.
Is this rosemary for cooking?
It's,
what I-
a lot of people think it's like Axe oil and stuff
Oh.
like that.
Oh,
oh,
really?
I mean,
I
I could
You
see,
should've
I could
just-
see that.
You should have just been like, yeah.
Like, whatever you want to use.
Just
it
to
for.
grease your blades.
You should make a special edition scented axe oils for it next time.
That's what I'm
2027.
About that. I want to do one for the shop too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We talked
yeah.
about that for a
We already
while.
got
Yeah.
the fucking. We already got the graphic fucking.
Yeah, that's a T-shirt. I'll put the photo up here on the screen.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
When I get the graphic from you, but that is a T-shirt that we just need to have for sale at all times.
I would agree.
Yeah, so
100%.
What is it?
it's his. Well, he can tell you. It's a collab shirt between Handsome Devil and Level
Oh,
Up
oh,
Beer.
oh.
So the guy that does my
Something I don't know.
artwork. I don't think I showed you there. No, I
You
pulled
didn't
it up
show
on
me
Sunday,
yet.
I think.
No.
The artist that does my stuff. Shout out Jacob. You're the best.
He the best.
He
the best.
made a pretty much hulked out version of one of my characters, and then the handsome devil.
Oh.
One's got axe, one's got knives,
Oh,
kind of going
dude.
at each other. So it was we're
Yeah.
gonna use it the first year.
That is so
It's like a
sweet,
starting
dude.
of when you first start a fighting game and they're both
That's-
at each other.
Yeah,
when
I
he showed me
love
the graphic originally, it reminded me of was it Flame Boy and Chili Willy from
Flameboy Wet Willy,
Wet Willy
World Industries,
World
skateboards.
Industries. Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
they would have those all the time.
Yep,
It kind of
yeah,
reminded me of those
yeah, yeah.
characters.
You can see
Nice.
that.
Or like the fight screens in Killer Instinct,
Oh man,
where they come
yes.
Yeah.
collide and it's like,
Yeah.
Versus
But with its own Cartoon Network-esque twist. Twisk is
Twist.
the word.
what was your favorite part of the weekend?
yeah.
Oh boy.
The lady running
Lots
into the
of
wall.
favorites, but
No, that was a horrifying start.
No, I
yeah,
know.
we started up here with that.
Someone's like, that
Yeah,
was my favorite.
It really set the bar.
Yeah,
Free.
Oh,
Yeah, that was that happened
That was
within
awful.
the first half hour for
I was
sure.
like, we're seeing
Yeah.
blood and has nothing to do with sharp objects. It's just somebody running into a wall.
Yeah,
Right out of the gate, too excited.
that wall was sharp.
Here we go.
Food.
I'm always excited for Diablo's tacos. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Diablo's
It's
tacos.
hard. the food is.
Oh,
where I'm
yeah,
at.
dude.
But I was glad. I was very, very late entrant back. I wasn't originally going to show up, and then I got a couple emails saying, "Hey, we got people asking why you're not on the vendor list," and I was like, "Well, we'll make it work."
Dude, this cat fucking
Is the
this
taco
cat
truck
fucking
there?
signed up like a day before the deadline.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess I will.
Yeah, speaking of which, I think I left my license there, but I don't think it matters because I don't need it for not there anymore.
Oh, you're temporary?
Yeah, the temporary
Oh.
one. Yeah, my regular one I got. Of course, I got
They
that.
I was
Threw
going
it.
to say,
It's still
I
on the wall.
grabbed that for you. Thank you very much.
I hope it's still on the wall there.
Yeah, there's guys playing shuffleboard, and there's just a tattoo license. And like, there might be. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they
Shuffleboard
do
grand
in that room.
Post up, we got you.
It'd be sweet to stay in that room.
Yeah, it's super smooth.
Yeah. All right, Trent's turn.
Man, I don't even know where to begin, to be honest.
What was the weirdest part for you?
Well,
Because you came in fucking totally blind to this thing. Luke
Yeah,
and
I
did
didn't
it
know what
before.
Yeah, the three of us.
And-
The
yeah,
three
we
of
all
us
did.
has a little bit of experience, but you were like had no clue what to expect.
We have previous XP.
you do.
Seasoned vets at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, do it for.
So, like, I don't know. So when we were here
Mm.
at the Handsome Devil Studios / actual place you guys work and do your real jobs, I didn't know what to grab or what to bring or what to do. And one of my first and most favorite things of the day was asking every 5 minutes, "You got everything? Cable?
Yeah, well,
Did you
Yeah,
forget?"
like Trent made sure we
Is
had
there this?
everything. He was our checklist. Also, the list we didn't know that we needed to make too. 'cause-
Well, yeah.
oh, and I forgot. I for sure forgot.
Well,
a
you
couple
did forget
things. It's
something. Your
always,
license.
It doesn't matter. Well,
That's all right. I got you.
I mean, yeah. So
Well,
I made a
so
Walgreens run.
not knowing what this was all about, and then I didn't know where it was. So in my brain, I'm like running checklists down, and then before we left, you guys were like, "It's 5 minutes away," and I was like, "Oh, so if you did forget anything, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
to
it's
make it
yeah.
happen." So
Actual 5 minutes too.
So we get there, and then parking is wacky because when you get there, you park in a loading zone, and like no one cared.
Right.
So like
Yeah.
even when they were like everybody has to move their car, I never did, except for the last day I was there because I felt a little
That lots of lawless
sketchy.
wasteland.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Yeah, it
absolutely.
It's ridiculous, and they got me for $4 at that parking ramp. Or was
Four?
it like, was it like
It was-
four?
it
or
was six.
Six,
Anything,
whatever.
anything over 4 hours is $6.
I was like, it went in increments of 3, I think. I was like, how'd you get it with 4?
It was
Special rates.
Polish.
Yeah, except for Sunday.
Polish rates?
Sunday was
Polish
free.
rates. Yeah, Sunday was free, thank God.
That was a nice
Yeah.
price.
Well, yeah. So the building was awesome. Setting up was great. I think I don't know. There's so many things like that I personally experienced. Even like if I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite things is when you had to go dookie in the potty.
Yeah.
Their announcements
Yes.
went
Yes.
Oh,
through-
they were so loud. You could.
Dude,
It was like the speaker was right next to you. So yeah,
Yeah.
they had okay.
It was also the most clear, though. So
Yes.
whenever
It
they were
was.
announcing shit in the hallway, everything
Yeah.
was echoey. But if you were like washing your hands and somebody was like in the stall, I thought somebody was like talking to me while they
For
were
real.
taking a shit.
They wanted to make sure. So if you were taking the shit or whatever, you made damn sure you weren't going to miss your time
Oh, yeah.
time to throw in the contest. So
my God, yeah.
anyway,
So yeah. So one bathroom story really quick is I went and the door opens and there's a guy like right in front of me and he went, "Huh," and I was like, "Oh, sorry, man," and he went, "No, it's not you. It just smells bad in here." And I was like,
anyone.
"All right."
Whoa.
I thought it was like because we were almost going to run into each other,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was just exact timing of him being like, "Oh."
Like you got punched in the face with fart.
Well, what's funny is like he was walking out, so I'm like, "Why was your reaction to it
he needed,
that late?"
He needed you to know, like before
Yeah.
you walked in.
Ugh.
Right.
I was like, "Oh, sorry," and he's like, "Oh, it just smells so bad in there," and it did.
Well,
It was ultra,
Yeah,
and then
and it
it
did.
was.
it did.
The bar was cash only, and I didn't know that, so I went to go and grab 2 ham slammers, and she's like, "That'll be $8," and I went to go give her my card, and she went, "Oh, it's cash only," and then I look, and there's a line at the ATM of about 30 people.
Yeah.
And I just looked at her and
That
I went,
ATM fucking got a lot of people.
oh, it was like the most popular thing.
I'm sure the hotel was like, or not the hotel, the center was like cash only because we get 30% of that ATM sale.
Yep.
I'm sure that's exactly why they were doing it.
Guaranteed.
So, yeah.
Well, so she gave me the hams anyway without paying cash because I told her I was at the booth. And I was like, when that line's not long, I'll go get cash later and like do it. So that was really cool.
You got a hams?
I got 2 hams.
She
when
just said,
before
here,
they
just
ran
take
out.
them, whatever.
Did all they have was
Yeah,
fucking
because I
2?
told her I was just right. I could knock on the door. She was right here.
Oh, yeah.
So she
So I
just
was
said,
like, I'm just here at that booth. And she's like, oh, yeah, I know you're with like the tattoo guys. I was like, yeah, could I just take them right now? And then I'll just come back around when that's not big line worst. And she's like, of course, no problem, because we were part of the event.
Right. Okay.
She was cool with
okay.
it. So
Big
shout out
line
to you that
worst.
you'll never hear this or see this.
But yeah.
Not with that
Anyway,
attitude.
well, I don't know if she's from here. I actually, I don't know.
There wasn't.
I don't know.
Well, that's one thing.
I think most of the people worked at the Hilton.
Oh,
I saw a lot of Hilton workers that
Okay.
were in their bar too.
There
Because the convention center is connected to it.
There was
yeah.
a side thing. I saw a guy who was, I don't know, seemed pretty elderly, probably in his late 70s, pushing around a. I'm not talking about Zeke the plumber, but we'll get to there. But there was a guy pushing around a car. Yeah,
Trash can guy?
Yeah, trash can guy.
Yeah.
And
He was moving.
He looked like
Oh, Chris and I think that guy's the MVP.
he was about
The
to.
whole
He was
weekend.
about to be one. It looked like. And
Are you serious?
I had talked to him at one point, and I was like, "Hey, man, do you have a whole team with you or something, like helping to do all the?"
Wait, is this the guy that you asked for a 5-gallon bucket?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To ask
That's
like
my man.
custodial work and or whatever, and I was like, "Do you have a team, right?" And he just went, and that's it, and that's all he did, and he walked away. So I was like, "Okay, apparently you're doing
like,
everything
"No,
by
I'm
yourself."
He's the only guy I saw doing garbages all week.
Seriously?
Yeah, right.
One little dude walking around the whole
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah, that
We
guy
went
was the
down-
MVP of the whole thing.
We went down the escalator together when I had to go move my car.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, he was talking to somebody about the Dodgers and baseball, and on our way down the escalator, I was just like, so are you a Brewers fan? And he went, man, I'm from Chicago. It's White Sox all day. Yeah,
It's White Sox all
and I'm
day.
like, I would have never expected you to say that.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I thought he'd be like, oh, White Sox, there, young man.
No, a young man.
Well, I don't
Yeah, like hand you some peanut brittle.
But he went,
What do you
man,
know about
I'm from
baseball, young
Chicago. It's White Sox all day.
day.
And he just
Yeah,
hit me with
yeah.
that, and I went,
This guy might be cool with me.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. I mean, oh, man. I mean, I have a lot of ridiculous
lot of
things.
shit.
There's a lot of ridiculous things, like in the tattoo world with that. Because I was taking appointments for Luke. So let me just run this down how this works. People would walk up. They'd look at this little picture of the flash you had. So you could pick a flash if you wanted. Or it also said on there that you could also pick your own design if it was within reason.
Yeah, starts at 100. Pick your own design, or if you have something custom, I'll do it, but
Right.
within reason. Yeah.
So I would say about a solid 97% of people mostly had their own thing they wanted to do.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew that. It was like just like that
That's
last
how
year.
it was 2
Yeah.
years ago too.
So that's like a lot of, like, it's not just, oh, I'll pick that and I go, okay, Luke, this person, that, blah, blah, blah. So I had to do a lot of reconnaissance and ask him 700 questions because I obviously don't know, like, someone's like brought up this little axolotl holding an axe, cute as hell.
That tattoo
turned out
so
great.
dope.
Oh, I'll throw that. I got that photo. I'll throw that
Yeah,
one up. That's
throw it
me
up.
where I'm like going, like pointing
Yeah.
at it.
Yep.
Smile,
so
point
good.
to sign.
Smiles.
But, like,
two
that's
times.
just an
Yeah.
example. And so one guy walked up to me, super cool at first, and then he was like, yeah, man, look, I got this idea. Like, I like all your flash, man, but, like, I was thinking, he goes, I'm a tattoo artist too, man. And I was like, sweet. And while he's saying this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Chris,
Wait,
exactly.
is this the guy?
Yeah, the guy.
Oh, okay.
And while he's saying
I know,
this,
now I know.
I'm starting to look at his arms because he said he was a tattoo artist. I'm like looking and I'm like seeing all this tattoo art just only on one arm, which means he's right-handed because everything was on his left arm.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I went, I just put it together. And he's like, yeah, like I've been doing stuff like myself and everything. And like,
Be like, yeah, I noticed.
yeah. And I saw what looked like Moses etching stuff into a rock to tell someone where to go. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How to part the seas, like in his arm. And I was like, oh, my man, like, But I was like, oh, sweet, yeah, so you do stuff? And he's like, yeah, man, like, check it out. And then he showed me pictures, and he's like, so, all right, so I was wondering, man, like, so do you think he could do this? And he pulled up a picture of it. It looked like several gears and, like, the insides of watches and, like, chains and sprockets and all this stuff. And it was like, it was going to be like this big, like on his forearm. He was like, yeah, man, could you do it like here to here? For people who are only listening, like picture like 12 inches long, but like 4 inches wide. He's like, right on my forearm. And just because I knew Luke was going to laugh and at least think it was funny, I went, all right, let me show you. And you were doing this axolotl, I think. I turned, I was like, Luke, how much time to do this? And I just looked at you and you went, dude.
10 hours.
Yeah, and you like kind of were like, dude, that's going to be like, that's like several sessions. And he's like, oh, you couldn't do it in like an hour or something? Like,
yeah.
I was like, no.
I don't think I could get a stencil on in an hour.
No,
or something
dude.
Like that.
It wouldn't even print in an hour.
No.
It was literally the most.
You know what? We'll go for an hour and we'll see where we're at.
Dude, it was unreal, man. And so that was hilarious because he legitimately 100% thought for sure. He's like, oh, you can't do it, man. Like, oh, man.
Well, then I didn't know, because I didn't know till later that you said he did tattoos on himself. But then, like, once you described it, I was like, okay, so he doesn't, like, actually tattoo. So
no.
he doesn't, like,
Did you get a chance to ever see his
he
arm?
doesn't understand, like, the actual process of everything.
No, I don't
but
think
okay.
so.
But okay.
Yeah. It was Tattoo Gun on Amazon probably or something.
Yeah.
Well, however that works.
Probably exactly how it works. Yeah. Either that or it's all
Probably.
prison done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so that was one of my favorite things just because it was outlandish.
Mm-hmm.
Like never would have thought 1 hour.
Right.
Like no way. $100, yeah. And then I guess I'm going to disagree with you on something. The Diablo's food truck was absolutely terrible.
What?
It's gross. Absolutely
You did
disgusting.
get that one sloppy looking thing that I didn't know how to eat, and I got scared by it. But
Was that what? Did you get me Diablos? Is that what I ate at the end of the day?
Yeah,
I thought that was awesome. I didn't know what it was, but it was great.
Sick.
I thought it was great.
It's all grease and the worst ever.
No, I like
alright,
the Diablos.
I just got the wrong thing. I chalk it up to that.
That could be it. That could be it.
Yeah. But that's it. I
We
won't
here at
rag
Handsome
on him.
Devil don't
I won't
support
rag on him.
Trent's opinion.
We here.
He in no way represents us. It's good. I like it. The birria tacos were the shit.
I should have steered in that direction.
You should have.
So who was all there? There was Diablos. There was
coffee guy.
what was that pizza? That something
the
pizza?
the chicken crust pizza.
Yeah, which is the
creative crusts.
Yeah, so the entire crust was made of chicken.
Yes.
Yeah. So there was no
one of the options.
It was what? It was it said 4 ingredients. It was like egg, flour, olive, and chicken.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That's about it.
All of it.
Yep.
Yep.
Jeez.
Macros looked pretty good. I was eyeballing it until I saw the sodium,
Really?
and I was like, that would
Holy
send me to the shadow realm.
dude.
And that was
Oh yeah.
until I saw the
Yeah,
sodium.
we were-
It was like 2,800. It was
We were sitting there
wild.
eating.
2,800 milligrams.
Dude.
Holy
Chris
shit!
and I were sitting there eating, and he goes, holy shit, look at the protein in that. I was like,
Yeah.
It was like
holy
90
fuck.
grams of protein
It was like
or something.
90 grams of protein. And he goes, holy fuck, look at the
Dude.
sodium. It was like fucking outrageous.
2 bottles
it
of
would've
soy
gave me a
sauce.
fucking heart attack.
You'd end up
Oh,
like
yeah.
Balin in the Mines of Moria.
Yeah.
Just dead. Yeah, fucking dried out, dead.
Dude.
Not enough bottles of water in the world to fucking take you out of the dehydration station.
You know they didn't even bury him with his axe? That's a bunch of crap.
What a bunch of fuckers.
I don't like it.
That's what he wanted.
Speaking of axes,
Never even got it.
Luke,
What?
back on topic. What was I don't want to say like what was your favorite tattoo, but
Dude, I don't know.
there's a lot of faves.
That's been a blur. The whole thing that weekend was a blur.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because I forgot I was there 3 days.
Here I
Everything
am.
blended together. Like I was
I
sitting
know.
in a chair just like this, and even after the second day, Luke and I on the way home that night, I think we barely spoke, and I was like, "I'm just going upstairs." And then we had to wake up the next day at like 8, and I was like,
It's a long time to just be social.
"Yes,
It's
It
a
is.
long time to hold conversations.
Yeah,
Just
and it
be,
was-
like putting
and-
yourself out there like every single day.
Yeah, no disrespect to anybody out there.
Oh, no. I think
that's a normal
Everyone's cool. It's just like I
I can only force conversation so much.
I didn't know what time it was most of the time, and it didn't
Right.
matter. I just
Everybody
Probably why you
was
fell into
super
a
nice.
coma right after it was over.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, Luke, if I could say side note as well, since we've side noted about 18 things,
This entire thing is side note.
he literally did not. Day one, didn't get up once to go to the bathroom or eat or drink. Day two, same thing, and I told you several times.
I think I went
Get up
once.
and walk
day,
around,
Day
man.
2, I went
We all
once.
It was nonstop.
The burnout's real.
But I remember you telling me, dude, day one, it wasn't even the longest one. When I got up, I couldn't even walk.
I couldn't.
Just,
My back
like your
felt-
brain just went, I have to walk.
My back felt like steel rods, and the thing about it is like maybe Trent,
Felt like steel
maybe Trent doesn't relate as much, but us fat guys over here, like we understand that we have when you're hunched over, and if you're wearing jeans, you probably have a belt on.
Oh, I chafe all the time too.
And
by the
I
way,
don't
it
care
hurts
what
ass.
kind of belt you have.
the rubbing.
That shit like hurts. It like digs into your stomach and all that, whatever. And so I got up, and there was like what looked like a surgical scar in a rectangle.
Just a buckle imprint.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
Where, like, right where your
And it
fucking
hurt to
fat
touch.
lip
Yeah.
I have that
fucking
too.
hangs over.
What a fat
It
lip.
hurts
Yeah,
to touch
yeah,
sometimes. Like it's
yeah.
red and it's imprinted, and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fucking hurts.
hurts like a son of a bitch. I can
Sucks.
relate. I'm packing a little something.
Yes.
Enough to relate.
Pulls out gun. Pack a little something.
It was
Pogs.
It was yeah, there was a couple times where it was hurting to sit down, so I had to stand up a few times and like lean over, but
We went to the store. We went to Pick and Save that night, and he was 20 feet behind me to the chip aisle.
yeah,
Shuffling.
yeah,
He
my
was
back
like,
hurts so
I
bad.
can't even move, dude. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah. Well, I think it was at the end of fucking Saturday. I was like, "How you feeling, man?" You're like, "I'm like, how's your back?" And you're
I
like,
don't know.
"Shitty." And I was like, "It
Yeah.
wasn't even fucking like 5 o'clock that
Yeah,
day." I was like, "How you
but-
feeling?" You're like, "Crappy."
But I'm a man of the people, and I wanted to meet. There was a waiting list for a waiting list. It was very busy.
Oh yeah.
You didn't stop.
No.
Go.
All go, no slow.
I think everything was fun. I really liked. I can't remember names, but there's a guy that got. You guys probably saw it, the dude that got the 3 life, like the Zelda life hearts
Oh, yeah.
on his chest.
Yep.
That was cool. Pixelated ones. The axolotl was cool.
The axolotl one was.
Man.
I like that you changed the axolotl from having angry eyebrows to like.
the
anime
cutesy.
eyes.
Yeah. And it was just. Overall, everything was fine. Oh, one of the coolest ones I did is back at the end was, I don't know if you guys. I was on Sunday that same dude got 3 axes on between his
right
wrist
here.
and his thumb knuckle.
Yeah, I
like
saw him on the way to get food, and he was like, "Oh, check it out, man!" And he showed me. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that looks sick."
Yeah,
like, where
3
it's like through the air.
where it looks like it's like a rotation. Yeah,
So dope.
yeah, that was a cool dude. Everybody was cool. It was interesting talking to
the Kiwis.
the Kiwis,
The Kiwis.
the gang of people from New Zealand. Shout out to all you guys if you're listening / watching. I am going to take you up on that offer because I want to go to New Zealand
Oh,
someday.
me
Fuck
too.
yeah.
1000%.
So I'm going to reach out and say what's up to them. But they
I want to go to Middle Earth too.
one of the
Yes, please.
one of the
Right?
the funnest parts was we were small
Your
talking.
entire sleeve.
We were small talking about slang. You know, they were making fun of Americans, and
New
you
Zealand
know,
slang?
which is what I love. I love asking foreigners about like what you think about Americans and like things about
Stupid Americans.
guns and burgers everywhere and stuff. So all that stuff.
Yeah, it was
So-
kind of cool to get their idea on that.
America, guns and burgers.
Yeah. So, but I just the best thing I remember is they were talking about how they got upset when people they also
Sorry, I have the,
how many eagles per cheeseburger? Is that what it is? No.
I just picture it like people coming over on like Ellis Island back in the day, and you see the Statue of Liberty. It's like, give us your tired, your poor, your guns and your burgers.
Yeah. And burgers aren't even burgers are German. I'm pretty sure.
They're from here.
They are hamburgers.
No, that's
thought hamburger
they
was from
claim
Hamburg,
Seymour's the
Germany.
home of the burger,
Oh yeah, okay.
but I don't think so.
Where else?
Well, look how far inland that is. You don't think someone put meat on bread before that?
Yeah.
didn't
I
flatten
guess.
it out?
I guess that's true. Hey, Dave
All meat's
Thomas.
flat. What do you think? It's square?
Dave Thomas made square meat.
Not burgers.
It's from here. I'm just
It's
trying.
from-
But we were saying we were joking, and
Home of the burger.
she was talking about how the Australian and
Home of the Whopper.
New Zealand accent is similar, but different, and things that Australians call stuff.
Oh, the slang.
And so
Holy shit.
Yeah.
we got into lawn care somehow, and I was talking about the Weed Whackers, which is, from my understanding, Weed Whacker is a brand. You know, it's called like a edge trimmers or
Edge
something is
trimmer,
the
I think it's like the
proper
actual
term,
term.
whatever.
It's like Kleenex.
And she was like
a grass
Facial
dolly.
Yeah,
tissue.
yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
something
Everyone just
weird.
calls it
Yeah,
Kleenex.
and she was like, in Australia they call them whippersnippers.
Whippersnippers.
And I was like, oh my, dude.
Dude, that was like
So
my
sweet.
favorite was.
You'll go to jail if you use a whippersnipper after 10 p.m.
Yeah, yeah.
It was something
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
something like that.
They were
Well,
like, if you vacuum after 10.
no, yeah, that's right. That's right. The cops can
You-
show up.
you
Here
can get a
the cops
fine.
wouldn't come, but you're just kind of a dick.
What the,
Yeah.
yeah, I was
You
gonna say
know,
you're just a fucking neighborhood asshole if you do that.
Yeah.
My favorite was what they call coolers. I almost killed Luke just now.
Icebox?
No.
Chili bins.
Yeah, chili bins.
Could you grab me
Chili
a
bins.
beer out of the chili bin?
Yes.
Just
It's now become a staple in my,
I
in my
love it.
household now.
It has to.
Oh, it has to be.
Toss
Chili
me
bin
the
is the
chili
best
bin.
fucking thing I've ever heard.
all right, you guys. Top 2 things you'd have in your chili bin. Go, Chris.
chili bin.
What would you throw in the chili bin?
Oh, this is real.
Top 2.
Well,
It could be food and or beverage.
Are we going somewhere or
No, dude, doesn't matter.
Just at my
I
house.
I just need beer in it. That's all I need.
Okay, but what?
What specifically? Anything from Drecker Brewing.
Beautiful.
I got some
Shout
magical
out.
stuff, and my good old boys at Badger State. Let's throw some Badger State beer.
Badger. What's up, Tom? Love you, buddy.
Oh, mine?
Go.
Oh, Pabst and cheese. Specifically pepper jack, like the little snack size ones.
Okay.
What?
Pabst and a cheese?
That's what you asked me.
I just wanted Pabst and cheese. I just pictured all cheeses.
No. Well, yeah, just hunks of cheese. Either that or sausage sticks. But
Ooh, my man. You do love those.
I do. Big fan.
I don't know right now, but specifically I'm thinking of Tahitian treat, which is awesome. Which is awesome.
We all went Wisconsin staples. and
Why are they only in
Wait.
2 liters everywhere I look?
Yeah, it's hard to see. I've seen 12 packs. It's pretty rare though.
$17.99.
Yeah.
And they're 8 ounce.
And probably since I had them today and I forgot how good they are, those Italian snacks where it's like rolled cheese with prosciutto over the
Oh,
top
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
It's like the sticks.
Those are the shit.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
$1 something per piece, but
So
holy
good.
shit.
Dude, those come equipped.
I'm going to say
Those
that.
Equipped.
They do.
Aldi's has like a whole fucking like a whole pack of those.
Yeah, they do.
They're so so good.
And if Zach, if you're watching, yes, he said all these. Get
Aldi.
over it.
Whatever.
Well, we're Wisconsinites. Everything has to either have an S on it or we pronounce it how
The?
we want to
Or
say
we
it.
just
The
add a
Walmart?
The Walmart.
Okay,
I don't know.
back at you.
Chili bin?
Chili bin,
bin
whippersnippers.
I'm going to go discontinued Donald Duck orange juice in the tin can.
I remember that.
We didn't say they had to exist still.
No.
Pocket pull.
He's
bro.
absolutely right.
see
You
what I'm
went
saying?
way
All-
out of pocket. with
But
that one.
I'm telling you,
All right,
or
all right.
ecto coolers,
Ecto Cooler,
one of the
yeah.
others.
Do you know they make Ecto Cooler beers?
I don't.
It is delicious.
It's good.
Eagle Park Brewing.
Yep.
Oh my God,
They do.
I'm in.
They do.
Eagle
So it's
Park
just
makes
like
a
that,
nice
but,
light beer
it's
too.
but alcoholic
It's
version.
seltzer, yeah.
Oh,
They do
okay.
beer
Alright,
too,
and
but
then
it's wild.
number
Does it
two.
taste a lot
Um,
like it? Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, so those are done, but probably my grandma's green bean casserole,
That's fair. Always.
chili bin.
Chili bin.
Chili bin.
It's what I want in it.
I asked if they had. Actually, my mom did. My mom was there helping out for a
God,
while.
imagine what my breath would smell like.
Shout out, Mom.
She asked what they called soda or pop, and she said fizzy drinks,
Fizzy drinks.
Yeah, fizzy
That's
drinks.
what it was.
Fizzy drinks.
Fizzy drinks.
which makes sense.
Oh, it
you
makes
know.
yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
It's more
fizzy
descriptive than pop, I guess. Bubbles pop.
I also heard that the kiwi animal, I heard they're kind of dicks
Oh, the actual
as an
kiwi.
animal.
Like a
Yeah.
goose, like they just want to
yeah.
fight you for
Yeah,
all
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never. They're only as how big are they? Like
Well,
like a
They're not very
like
Not
a
very big.
softball,
Like
football, like a
bats.
football size.
But anytime I ever see one, they're always like a cartoon and they seem cute and they have stories about them. But then, like in real life, they're actually like assholes.
From
Yeah.
Tasmania.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
From the
Right?
show.
Oh, yeah,
For
from-
Taz. Don't do Tasmania.
Don't touch my uni.
Oh yeah. Also,
It was just a fucking the kiwi that was going. everywhere.
what else did we find out? Oh yeah, they don't have squirrels.
They don't have squirrels, and
or-
their possums are actually cute.
and they don't have raccoons either.
They don't have raccoons, and their possums are actually cute.
Don't
and can be
exist.
domesticated. Ours are pieces of shit, and they're ugly.
That's my
They,
favorite
I'm
animal.
gonna
So
trigger
you
a lot
watch
of
your
people.
tone.
I'm gonna trigger a lot of people with that, but possums are dicks.
Oh,
so-
possum? No, raccoons are my favorite
Raccoon,
animal. I
yeah,
thought you
raccoons are
said.
sweet. I
yeah.
call them trash pandas, and she's like, "I love that." She never heard it before.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
We sent them home with something.
We did.
I hope they're on their own podcast.
Besides the friends they made along the way.
Yeah.
Somebody behind us just made a perfect throw. I don't know who it was, but it was like
Mr.
Was
Teets.
it Lucas Johnson?
Textbook quality. Look at that shit.
Dude, it was
Nuts,
13.
Yeah,
Teats.
that's what we saw all fucking weekend, dude. Craziness. Oh, is this axe duels?
Yeah.
Well, so Luke, I think a question. Yes, it is. I think a question was asked to you that you certainly didn't answer yet because we went off the deep end 16 times. But your favorite tattoo of the weekend?
Oh,
You didn't
Also,
say
I
it.
didn't answer the major question either yet,
What?
because he wasn't done. Because we totally ADHD'd the fuck out of this.
the favorite.
Handsome Devil Podcast. Squirrel.
yeah, pretty much.
Squirrel.
I don't know. Probably just because it sticks out. I remember probably just because the idea of it was probably the three small axes in motion, moving on that guy's side of that dude's hand.
The axolotl was up there for
Yeah.
me. And to be completely
All
real,
the colors you picked for that axolotl are the best.
that chicken.
The
Oh
hey-hey?
shit! Do you have a picture of that?
The hey picture?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot
I
about
think
that one
Jimena
too.
does.
Dude,
We got one. We'll put them up.
Put him up.
Chicken was ultra.
Chicken was ultra.
So dumb, and I loved every minute of it. Come to Tasmania, New York.
So Ray,
You
what
got it
about
stuck in your head now, don't you?
what about your? It's better than we're an American band. What is
That was
The
my
entire
fault.
time setting up today has just been that.
What's what about your weekend? Best and brought worst. Touching worsts.
Bumping mics.
Bumping
Best and worst. Best was getting a ton more business than I did 2 years ago. I feel like I did so much more haircuts and beard trims than I did the 2 years before.
That line right away helped when everybody was.
Yes.
Getting their
them
brackets.
Actually seeing. There it is. There's the chicken.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, just getting able to actually chop it up with people and like talk and like make connections with everybody and yeah, it was a lot of. I thought it was a blast because like being able to actually like sit and talk with people or watch people or super crazy meeting new people and actually like developing friendships with people that I didn't think I would be able to in like 4 days time, which was cool. Fucking that was the cool part. I think the weirdest part was the weirdest part was just like I don't really know what the weirdest part was. I didn't really have like everything was fucking weird besides somebody smacking their head against the wall. I mean that started it off weird. And I was like, well, I don't know if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Is this a good sign for the rest of the weekend or a bad sign? But somebody like taking a header into
What
a
was
brick
that?
wall.
What was that one dude? He got, which I was making the joke to Trent. Well, maybe Chris heard you say, but I was like, it looks like Ray's cutting off all of his hair except for a single strand.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was like shoulder length hair.
Okay, yeah, he originally had like an undercut, and so it was all long off the top. And he's like, I kind of want to just like leave the back one of these days, because so the story is he does, like war reenactments for like the French and Indian War.
Okay.
And he actually is part native.
Okay.
So he has so he was like, well, I've been thinking of just leaving the back, and that way I can braid it. He goes, because I am part native and I do this for fun and all that stuff. I was like, oh, and he goes, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. And like the next day, or actually it was like later that day, I saw he actually had it braided like out the back of his hat, and I was like, oh, that's cool. The haircut's weird as fuck, but it was fun. I mean, it was something other than the normal, you know.
But it looked cool.
Yeah, it was sweet. Otherwise.
Man, that one kid that you did, he was like that younger kid that his dad brought up to you.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good, clean story.
Yeah,
it was just like a nice...
Oh, yeah, because I did his hair 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, that guy was cool.
Did you just remember? He's like, I already got a cut last time.
Yeah, he came around the corner and smiled at me like we'd been friends for a long time. And I was like,
Do I know?
what's up? And he goes,
Do I know you?
You did my son's hair 2 years ago when we were here. Do you want to do it again? I go, sure. And when he came around the corner, he goes, he's got facial hair now. And I was like, oh, and the kid legitimately had facial hair now. And I was
Total
like,
transformation, too, that from his haircut to what you did. Even, remember his whole family surrounded him when they were done?
Oh, yeah.
You and I looked back like...
Well, because I asked him, I was like, what do you want to do,
wholesome look.
man? And he was like, well, I normally just do like a number 2 on top and like, it's like just like a buzz cut. And I was like, you want to do that? He goes, and right as I started, he goes, you know what? Let's do something different. I've been doing this haircut way too long. Let's go. Like, he goes, you can do whatever you want. I was like, sweet. I'm like, so I just, and I like the way that he did his hair. He goes, I'm going to do this from now on. I'm like, sweet. That's all I need, man.
That is.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of sick.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the haircut you did where you're asking the kid what he wants, and he just looked at you, he's like, I don't care.
Oh,
Is that
fixed?
is
Yeah,
that
I fixed that kid's
what
hair, and I was
did he,
like,
was it like super choppy looking or like
so
what happened?
The story is the kid's sister is in hair school and like cut his hair like the best of her ability, and it didn't look good. And the mom was like, "Can you just give him a skin fade on the side and just make it look good?" And I was like, "Okay, sure." And I faded him up. I go, "How's it look, dude?" And he turned to me and just goes, "I don't care, realistically."
Really?
He goes, no one at school even knows that it's crooked, so I don't really care. I was like, all right, well, do you like it? He goes, yeah. And I was like, okay, bye. That was it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
one of the dudes that was throwing came up and just paid for the haircut. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. I don't care where the money's coming from. As long as it's money. I don't
as long
give
as
a
it's there.
shit. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Giving you 2 hams.
That would have been fine with me, too.
That was nice.
That was nice.
That was nice of her. Those hams were good. They were gone in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
Or do you mean actually food?
I mean, either or. But
Yeah.
I was talking about the beers.
2 giant hams.
The beers.
Beers.
A couple of beers.
Yeah, dude, it was just a good weekend. It was a lot
It
of
was.
fun. The after party was a blast.
Oh yeah.
Talked
See,
to
I didn't
everybody.
get to go to that, but I
It was
heard
fun.
there was food.
Food, a lot of drinks.
We kept
Chopping it up
joking.
with a lot of people.
We kept joking a lot because it said, if at the after party you could pay X amount for entry because there was entertainment, and then X amount if you wanted the all-you-can-eat sandwich buffet. And so we were all like, or Chris, I believe you were like, so do you think it's just like cold cuts
Just a bunch
laying
of loose cold cuts hanging out.
laying around there, like Ninja Turtles 2 deli counter style?
Oh man.
Oh,
or
Dun,
Cold
dun, 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 dun,
and
dun, 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 dun.
but no, we got there. It was
Oh, fellow trucker.
it was hot beef, right? No, pulled pork,
Pulled
and
pork.
barbecue
Buffalo chicken.
and buffalo
And-
chicken.
Oh,
yeah.
it's over.
And
It's
then
over.
fries and house-made salad. That was pretty good.
I'll tell you
That
what.
was good.
There's one thing I love. It's getting my chicken pulled.
Getting my chicken
man.
pulled.
Seems to be a theme in this
Mm.
podcast, the chicken.
Right.
The chickens.
Yeah, it was fun. We went. It was at Appleton Beer Factory. Shout out Appleton Beer Factory. That was awesome. You guys are great.
Thanks for having everybody there and hosting it.
Why can't I remember the owner's name?
My buddy Mark.
Mark.
Mark,
That's it.
yes.
Probably because by the time I met him, I was not sober.
Tell you what, never had.
Put a couple on, eh?
I never had an old fashioned before. In general, I'm from Wisconsin, which is
What's wrong with you?
crime. But they had them on tap.
Dude, they have.
Wait,
Let me
what?
tell you what.
Tap.
Let me tell you what.
How did they do what?
I don't know, but it was magical.
I don't know.
Pre-muddled, and they put it on tap, and they literally fucking. And Chris goes, "Yeah, they have them on tap," and I go,
Is
"What'd
that
you say
place
now?"
here in
And I
town?
was like, "Okay, give me one of those."
Appleton
And,
Beer Factory. Is that in town here?
Is
I
it
gotta go
Appleton?
try one.
Surprise.
gotta go try one.
No, the place is great. If you fucking like old fashions and you want them on tap, Appleton Beer Factory. Their beer's amazing.
There it is.
Is that in the mall?
What?
No,
No.
it's right down on the
That's the
downtown
other one you're thinking of.
College
Is that Fox
Ave.
River
Appleton Beer
Brewing?
That's
Factory's
Fox
right on
River
the
Brewing.
Ave.
Yeah, it's right on
Right
the
on,
Ave.
right on College
Fox
Ave.
River Mall.
The Fox River Mall.
Do you know how many people I talked to that said they want to move here from the
What that
past place?
like the area and stuff?
Yeah, they were like, I want to move here. This place is fucking great. And I was like, do it.
Okay.
They should.
Do it.
If you want to have winter until about 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no
3
reason.
weeks
And
from
then
now.
sporadically through the spring and summer.
Well, it was overall, it was really great. I really had a good time.
Fucking A.
I did.
Yep.
You know?
Number 2 of those.
Yeah. Shout out Diablo's Tacos. My bad.
Well, maybe you just
Now
that's
you
that's
feel
fine. You don't have to like everything. You know, some people
You should.
like that chicken you got at festival yesterday. Was not,
Can we talk about
Nice.
the barbecue place? We did not
Worse.
talk
You
about the
can.
barbecue place.
we have a few minutes.
Oh yeah, you
we
guys,
did not.
you guys
Run it
snuck.
out.
Ooh.
Okay,
What was
can
the-
I say that
the truck.
but it was in the worst spot. I didn't even know.
I agree.
Right.
I didn't like that they were back
Yeah.
there.
What was it?
Because they got access to the kitchen, which put them over there on the other side where the food trucks were. The barbecue place was on the opposite end.
Pulling meats all day.
I think the place was literally called Schmitz and Giggles.
It was. It was. Was that the one that had the nachos with like
Yes.
8 pounds of pork on it?
Yes.
Okay, I had those then. That was the one time I did eat over the
What
weekend. I did
fucking
eat those.
sandwich did we have? It was brisket, homemade barbecue
It was
sauce,
like a smoked queso.
smoked queso, which was crazy good.
I want to say there was some pepper jack on there, maybe. There was something spicy. It was
I
like
know it was
sweet
Wings
spicy.
and Dookies.
Yeah.
jalapenos.
It was. I've
I
never
don't
seen a
remember what
man
else.
eat a sandwich faster in my life
Yeah.
than this gentleman right here.
I inhaled it, dude.
believe
I
it.
ate that whole fucking thing, and I was like, that wasn't big enough.
It was like Joey Chestnut level of
I mean, pretty
fast.
much.
Joey
yeah.
Chestnut level.
Yeah.
One of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my life, though.
Seriously, so fucking good. I could not eat it fast enough.
And you're just like, I want to taste more now.
So good. That smoked queso is fucking game changing. Game changing.
Yeah, Schmitz and Giggles. I wonder
So
they have
good.
a. I wonder if they
They're
have
local.
a. I wonder if they have a restaurant or is it a truck?
I don't know.
Are they
I
from
didn't
like
even ask. I was too
combined
busy
blocks or something?
piling food in my mouth.
Probably Fox Crossing.
Yeah.
Something made up.
Mishicot, as
the-
you mentioned today.
The town with the most
Yeah, yeah.
stupidest fucking boundary lines ever. Don't
Yeah,
make any sense.
I don't. None of that stuff is real. So Buchanan, Darwood, none of that stuff is real. It's just Appleton. Just leave it.
I live in the town of Buchanan,
Yeah, it's not.
technically,
Yeah.
even though I have an Appleton address.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Dumb.
It's just
all
not
dumb.
even. Not even.
I feel bad for everyone in Little Chute because they all have like.
Oh yeah,
That's weird too.
That's where I grew up.
Yeah. Well, just in general, I feel bad for them.
Just in general.
Just in general.
It's true.
There's only two things in this world I can't stand: people who are culturally insensitive, and the goddamn Dutch.
Goddamn.
Hey, I'm Dutch.
Anything anybody wants to add here? We're pulling up on an hour.
We are on an hour.
Pull up.
I would like to thank Ray for supporting my semi-modeling career during my outfit of the days all week. Thank you.
Oh yeah, this.
Oh man, those were the best pictures ever.
I would like to also thank the arena for having very sturdy toilets. For standing on. Not
I
for going
wasn't
number two.
ready at all for sturdy toilets.
Speaking of toilets, I was in one at one point over the
That was a
week.
shitty segue.
I was in one at one point over the weekend, and I told Trent this, but maybe not you
man.
guys.
Oh no.
But I was in there, and I just heard one guy go, "Yeah, like the way we caught you on video last night." And I heard no context from anything. I just heard him going, "Yeah, we caught you on video last night." And then the only thing I heard, because they were like talking to each other as they were leaving, is the other guy just went, "Man, look." And that was it. And then and I was like,
look.
And I was like, what a cliffhanger. Like I was like, what happened before and after
Like,
that?
no,
I'll never
come
know.
back. I need to know.
I was
How does the
sitting
story
down
end?
at the time, so I did. Yeah.
You were just sitting in the toilet writing fan fiction.
Yeah,
How you
yeah.
thought it ended.
Yeah, waiting for the speaker to yell at me.
Man, look.
Man, look, and that's all it was.
Caught me on camera last night.
Be like,
Look.
that could have been anything. No.
Yeah, cool
Oh,
though.
Chris's outfits of the day were the best because he goes, I literally, what did you say? You like fucking you put your foot up like on your counter and then the counter fucking like shifted, almost broke.
Day one, I just got my leg. I was going to do a spunky pose, but I couldn't. I'm not.
Oh, those shot you put on Facebook,
Yeah,
right?
And then I
I
tried to
know.
climb onto the counter.
Oh, I saw those. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was
yeah.
like, I'm concerned that this whole thing is going to come off.
I'm
the
Yes.
concerned.
The
I'm
pictures, the
concerned.
pictures, literally Chris like this.
I mean, I'll send them to you if you want to. You can put them on here if you want to send you all four.
Yeah, sure. Go
I am
ahead.
What was that, day
concerned.
two? Day two, I think you did
That
the
was my-
jumping one.
Oh my god.
The jumping one, he's like, my knees hurt so bad because I took the picture like 10 times, and it's just him like, jumping.
I
up
thought
like
I could
this.
jump higher than my bathroom counter. Let me tell you what.
Turns
trying
out-
to take a picture of yourself with your phone, trying to make it work.
Yep.
It was.
Turns out I could not.
I could not. I need knee surgery again after that one.
The one with you standing on the exhibition toilet, and then taking a picture from the stall into the mirror. You're like
I was
crouched in the bathroom, like ready to pounce on
my
somebody.
biggest fear was someone was going to walk in and walk past, and I'm just going to be here like.
Probably wouldn't have been the weirdest thing they saw all weekend,
probably
but
not.
it's fine. It's fine.
Great time though. Great time overall. Great people. All walks of
yeah.
life. Wonderful. Super cool.
Thanks to everybody.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
One
absolutely.
of the nicest groups of people. Is
Seriously.
everybody there.
Yeah.
So down to earth.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
The community is so fucking cool, and everybody's just super supportive. And I think they were saying, like, even when they talk shit to each other, it's like just for fun.
Yeah. Right.
And then afterwards, it's like all hugs. He's like,
Yeah.
you can't fucking leave a convention without hugging like 50 fucking people before you leave. And I was like, wow, it sounds like you're all from Wisconsin. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
pretty
Are you
much.
sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the furthest away that we had a customer was New Zealand.
Yeah. For sure.
Couple of, well, they didn't get any tattoos or haircuts, but a couple cats from Japan were there.
Well, that guy that I
Yeah.
talked to definitely wasn't from Earth.
No, he was not.
No, I don't think he was conscious, actually.
Yeah.
But
From planet Zarkov.
Okay.
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 Also, shout out to Lexi and Sean. Awesome
Peace.
people.
Yes.
Peace to the
Fucking
gods.
awesome. Love you guys.
Peace to the earths.
Also said he might move here.
Well,
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I told him we're going to start a band called 13 Boulders.
yeah, 13.
12,
He's in.
12 pebbles.
He was in.
11 pebbles.
No, we got to go. It's only up from there.
Oh, okay. 15 pebbles.
Yeah. Well, it's good.
20 pebbles.
Pebbles.
Take it or leave it.
Fine.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Handsome Devil, the Ocho.
The Ocho. The one Ocho. Uno Ocho.
Yes. Unocho.
Unocho. We're not Spanish. Appreciate it. Thank you for Kris for coming on. Thank you, Trent.
Thank you,
for coming
Kris.
on.
Thank you,
You're
Trent.
welcome.
Thank you both for your help that weekend and
Huge.
It was great.
I'll see you
made
guys
our
in
jobs easier
2027.
while doing
Yeah.
your own jobs, which is great.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be there again next time in a year and a half.
And the next one.
And the next one.
And the next one.
And the next one. We'll see you see you next time eating the pudding.
And with that. And that's the game.
www.eatingthepudding.com.
We're out.
All right, Dad.
All right.
All right, bye.
Later.